An honor to have Intern John, your morning show, the legendary Jeremy Piven. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Dude, first of all, two Golden Globes, three Emmy Awards. Where do you keep the actual trophies?
I strapped them to the front of my car, and just it's very subtle.
Yeah,
I think I just need to take a victory lap every waking moment.
for sure.
No, it's a great question. I actually just moved, and I thought, where am I going to put these? At the moment, they're on shelves, and it was an incredible honor. And I love touring, doing stand up, and just unpacking stories and doing impressions. And a lot of people don't know I do stand up, but I've been on stage since I was a child, really. So I love it.
I was going to bring that up. So first of all, you have four shows this weekend: Arlington Drafthouse,
Yeah.
Arlington, VA. 7:30. The 7 o'clock shows are sold out. 9:30 shows are still
Yeah.
open. I'll say this about the Drafthouse: if you've never been in general, great for a date night. The food's amazing, the drink's amazing, plus a great show. But so you have like actual training in theater, right? Like that's like a background in theater.
Yeah, I mean, unlike The Rock, I've taken an acting class. It's strange. No, no, I'm just kidding. These are jokes. These are jokes. Um, yeah, man, I grew up on the stage, and I've been doing it my whole life, and I love it.
Well, it's got to be a fun thing too. I've done a little stand up in my day. I do think there is something about comedy. It seems like it's kind of coming through like a reassurance now, where it's like life is tough for everybody, and so if you can distract folks for a little bit and then make them laugh, it's one of the greatest, I think, highs of all time.
Yeah, it completely is. I mean, there's, by the way, yes, distract them, but also unpack things like, because we're all looking at this stuff going, wait, what is going on? And so you get to get up there and rant, and connect with an audience and have a shared laugh. And yeah, there is nothing like that, coming up with something that you think is funny, and then you share it with them, and we all do. It's a high that, I've been chasing since the first time I got up on stage and bombed.
Sure. Well, it's funny. There's always kind of like the talk that sometimes I think that the acting folk, because they don't go on the road and see people they're making stuff for, are out of touch with reality. I want to bring this up. Obviously, you two have been touring for a long time. Hermes just announced this week they're releasing a $260,000 pool table. It doesn't come with the cues. Those are $5,000 extra. I would love to know
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind sharing what's the most out of touch thing maybe you've seen somebody from Hollywood have that you go like the rest of the country has no idea what this even is.
Well, we're when I did Entourage, um, it's really was about the backstage life of Hollywood, and I
Sure.
think that if we didn't get it right, we would have heard about it. So, we're very lucky and privileged to be working actors,
Sure.
and to be able to tell stories and get up there and do our thing. By the way, there's nothing about this interview that's funny, and so I apologize. Um, I'm asking people to come see me do stand up, and it's like, that guy wasn't funny. He was viciously mediocre.
No, no, not at all.
I'm traveling the country, and I'm getting older, man, and it's no joke. This is how you're getting older. I used to look at a woman in a short skirt, and I would go, God, she's hot, right?
Yeah.
And now I look at her and go, I wonder if she's cold. That's what happens. See, I just had to slip a joke in,
No,
so
I
they go, oh,
understand.
okay.
No, I
The
understand.
guy's got jokes.
No,
I'll
he
go to the
does.
the Rusty Chuckle Bucket at the Draft House and see him.
No.
But by the way, they're inexpensive, guys. I don't even know what, I'm Jewish. I should have made them more expensive.
Well,
You know
again,
what I'm saying?
I go back to too. I think the Draft House whether it's date night, girls' night, whatever, like it is a full experience. Like dinner or a show, I think, is something everybody does need. So again, ArlingtonDrafthouse.com for tickets. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Ari Gold, obviously one of the most legendary characters of all time. What I think was so brilliant about Ari, and I'm sure you've heard this a bazillion times, but the fact in the first episode of Ari's big, powerful, whatever, but the scene where Mrs. Ari takes the keys and he kind of bows down, I had heard that was your idea, that like big, powerful agent, but still like the wife runs the household. I think without that, I don't think he's as lovable as he is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's funny you're taking me back, my God, to that first episode. Perry Reeves, who plays Mrs. Ari, was so brilliant, and she and I were friends leading up to that, so it was so easy to, to work with her, and we had a great relationship. And no, I just there were little things that I slipped in there. Doug Ellen wrote the show so brilliantly. But, there was, my line was, that I was going to, take the keys, and that I would say there's a cab stand on Wilshire. And then I said, there's a cab stand on Yucca. I just thought the word Yucca was just so ridiculous and funny. And then, I thought it would be great if she took the keys and she wears the pants, and that Ari is blustery and abrasive and over the top and offensive and an equal opportunity offender.
Sure.
But the wife at the end of the day calls the shots, and I think that was a really fun duality. You think he's a pig, but he's really monogamous to her. I just there was a lot for me to hang my hat on with that character that I loved, and it was juicy, and I actually unpacked that on stage because selfishly I want people to know who I am.
Of course.
And that I come from an acting family, a theater family, and I everything that I said is Ari Gold, I said to my mom's face, because I would do lines with her. I mean, I would run lines.
Sure.
Don't do lines with your mom.
No.
Don't do lines with the kids.
No.
Don't do it.
No.
I would run lines with my mother, and she was a total pro. So everything, I would say these, and I'll unpack that on stage, while I have respect for you, so I can't go on a tirade right now where I'm doing Ari Gold and swearing.
The FCC. Yeah. So again, Arlington Drafthouse this weekend, there's 9:30 show today, 9 p.m. show tomorrow. One last question, Arlington Drafthouse, the one thing folks don't know, no bathroom backstage. So what do? Do you sneak to the Chinese restaurant next door? You go to 7-Eleven? Where do you go?
That's a horrifying question. You know what I mean? And I don't exactly know how to answer that. Yeah, I'm now fully terrified that there is no bathroom backstage. I don't know what to tell you, my friend.
Character building. Yeah.
It is character building. There's 16 things going through my head, and I can say none of them.
Yep.
Which is interesting.
Fair.
But yeah, listen, man, we all have challenges in this life, and that's going to be one of them.
You cross a bear. Absolutely.
Yes.
Jeremy Piven, a pleasure. Again, Arlington Drafthouse this weekend, tonight 9:30, tomorrow at 9 p.m., arlingtondrafthouse.com. Thank you, sir. It was an absolute honor to have you.
Thank you, brother. I'll see you this weekend.